Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing is Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Topper! Go! You got tape. 40, easy, alert.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the slant. Motion. He's coming. Double up.
Luck now to throw. Dancing to his left. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Luck completes it to Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, here's Luck. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
26-yard attempt.
And Vinatieri started it left. It stays left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given away just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
And it is still early, just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already. And we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A 1st carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Here we go.
From the 24, Garoppolo. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. George Kittle with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the 1st quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. I got one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck and the offense is going to stay out there.
Undercut. 12. Hey, zoom.
They are going for it. It's Luck. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. They come out here in the eye. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Now Fournette. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his 2nd. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 21-0, our score after 1.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Slam. Watch that.
Gone right.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck looking deep here for Ebron. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Garoppolo now looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Here we go. Black 80! 55. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the out.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. He's going to float this over the... And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Typically down to the 1st half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. 1st half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Now Luck defers to Mack, fighting him off. There he goes again. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 15 yards on the play, first down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. They'll run here with Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. To throw is Love. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. After the interception, it's Love. Flushed out right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. A gain of 6 there on first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, his second touchdown on the season, and the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here's Coleman, and he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
21. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Pick it up.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. That pass was heavily defended on third down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football,
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
they certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before the break. Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Play action. It's Luck. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Joker, 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 Joker. Go ahead.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Sliding out of the pocket. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
They're going to go with a tight end here on a running play. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And this defense, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
Here we go, D.
Here we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
That's the run, that's the run. That's the run.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Margus Hunt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
48.
Hey, Echo.
It's just me and you.
Out of the gun, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Luck. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off of play action. Luck rolling to his right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Mack. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
48 to Mike.
That's what I do.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Luck. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Luck. Being chased out left. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Hey, Charlie.
They snap it to Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. But a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball. But instead, it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is, you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
A 5-yard gain on the
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Fournette running out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A pass there, complete to Westbrook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo to throw. He completes it to Westbrook. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd and 2, Garoppolo. The open man is Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Here's Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. 12. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 48.
To throw is Luck. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Strong right.
Kill. Turn up. No. Off.
One last throw here for Luck. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and that will write a finish to this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.